Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so this one is you're better off never having been married to an agent. What? Yes. Why? Because anything you do by a lot of people will get disqualified as, nepotism, or they handed it to you somehow, or it has to be bigger than all the shit they did, or it's irrelevant. You know, so some people, like, someone does this short film and they're like, you know, they praise them like, you're God. You know, this is a real industry person. You know, but if you have been married to an agent and you've worked on studio films and this kind of shit, and A-list producer with them, A-list producers, this kind of shit, it's like, no. You made a bunch of money in the industry? No. That was all your ex, dude. Even though I wasn't there, you know? So that's what I'm thinking. Were you there? Were you there for the 20 fucking years? I bet not. This one might go a little bit ranty. I don't know. Because I mentioned, here, well, let me say this first. I mentioned wanting to be, not wanting to be, but considering managing at some point. You know? So that's where this comes from. By the way, disregard my little art project over here, okay? But did my ex model for me? You know, was that her out on the runway? Was that her in the go-sees? You know, the auditions, if we don't know what a go-see is. Was that her? I'm pretty sure it was me. You know? Was that her in the print ads? I'm pretty sure it was me. You know? Did she write my music for me? Did she mix it? Was that her in the studio? To the best of my recollection, that was me. Did she go to the spotting sessions, you know, to score it and this kind of stuff? Was that her? I think it was me. I'm pretty sure it was, you know? Did she write my scripts for me? Was that her? To the best of my recollection, that was me behind the computer writing all that shit. Did she go to my generals for me? Did she go to my signing meeting for me? My signing meetings, did she? I think that was me, dude. Well, she handed it to you. So, it was easier for you. Really? Okay, then read my scripts and tell me you're better than me. How about that? You know? Go listen to my music and write me some better music, okay? Go model and model better than me. Look cuter than me, okay? Go do it. You know? And I mentioned, yeah, I'm trying to get, and it's like, you know, I've heard that a bunch of times at this point. Like, well, your name wasn't in the trades, dude. You know, I hadn't heard that till Twitter. You know what I mean? So, you know, recently I thought maybe I should get that article redacted because it's a lie. You know, sometimes they say it was sold at CAA, which is not fucking true. You know. So I'm like, you know what? I should try to get my name put in there. Why not? It's 2 fucking words. My name, Jason Smiley. Boom. That's it. You know, out of principle. You know, and I was told, well, that's old news. That doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Gone Girl's old news, dude. Even if you become a manager, no one's gonna give a fuck. Okay, no problem. But let me ask you this: is her money that she made off it old news? Is it? Is around $5 million, is that old news to anybody? Let me know if it is, okay? Do you think she spent all of that? I bet not. So there we go, that's old news, okay? $5 million, old news, okay? And I said, and this person says to me, then, you know, if you were there at the Smiley Group, then why didn't, like, what clients did you take with you? And I'm like, what? None. I went to Gotham with my ex. And it's like, gotcha. You know, it's these gotcha moments. And I didn't get the point at first, but then afterward I got it. I'm like, oh, I get it. You're saying I had nothing to do with it because they weren't my clients. But here's the thing. Yeah, all those clients were brought over from CAA. Okay? No one was, I don't recall anybody being brought in new. So why would I go look for like brand new, you want to call them that? You want to call them that? It'd be disparaging. Brand new writers, baby writers, whatever else anybody like fucking calls them. Why would I go look for that if there's already these big clients? That makes no sense. Plus, I wasn't even trying to be a manager anyway. You know, I fell into it. What is managing? Managing is doing shit. You know, doing shit for the client. Problem solving. That's managing. Okay? And I did a lot of that. And I did a lot of that for my ex over 20 fucking years. Managing her, making sure she stays within the guardrails in ways that will blow your mind away. But I'm not going to say it on, in a video or, on Twitter or something. No. I might say it someday, but it's going to be in a book and you can pay me to read it. You know? And it's like, oh, you're thinking about being a manager? Then just jump in, dude. Like, why be a B word about it, a P word about it? Jump in, prove it. Here's the thing, man. There's no money in it right now. That's the problem. I would jump in, but there's not enough money in it for me right now. Right now, we're still in a pandemic. This is probably the worst time in the last at least 50 years to hang a shingle. The money is low, dude. Like, think of this. So you have these managers, right? Let's say you get 5 spec sales. Boom. We're in the trades, dude. 5 spec sales for what? How much money? Well, scale. Okay. So basically what you're telling me is you got 5 spec sales. You're hot on the market, but you're only making $50,000 this year. Minus taxes is much less. That's not a lifestyle I want. Okay? And here's the other thing. I was told that I would not get seasoned writers. No shit. I know that. That doesn't offend me. And here's the thing. If I could clone myself and myself was a manager and came to me and said, will you sign with me? I would say, fuck no, dude. What? Why not? You won't sign with yourself? No, I would not. Why not, dude? Because I earned the right to be with someone bigger. I've already been signed a bunch of places. So, but if I was a never been signed writer, talented writer, then yes, I would. And then maybe later you can go get poached by someone else. But yeah, the money's too low right now. And here's the other thing. You see a lot of managers that say, yeah, I broke in as a writer. Guess one thing that most of them never did? Get signed. Okay? So, would you want a manager that has been on the other side of the fence, who's been signed, who's been repped at a bunch of different places in a bunch of different ways, a bunch of different strategies, and has made strategies themselves? So, in closing, what am I going to close with? Yeah, so it's better off if you are not signed with, if you are not married to an agent, you know. It's better off if it's like your brother or you know, your cousin or like a friend. That's better. Because I'll tell you what, man, you'll never live it down. You know, writers will always talk shit on you, even if you're above them. Even if you've done more shit in the industry than they have. You know, you'll be told your experience is irrelevant because of your ex. Then how do I know this shit? That's my question. Did I just make this shit up? Anyway, later, guys.